Jason Sidney Blackwater, and I'm here with Marcus Stifler, the Wolf.
You already know, you already know. You already know, you already know.
Yeah. Today, we're going to be talking about survival tactics. And
Interesting.
I think it's about time that, we give people some insight on the mistakes that a lot of people made that have cost them a lot of things.
Mm,
Everything from humiliation to a couple of battle scars. Unfortunately, some people lose their lives over stupid shit. And you and I are both people who, you know, grew up in the same area and unfortunately have had some very close experiences to being a victim of that circumstance. But we weren't
mm-hmm,
looking for any trouble. It was just either
mm-hmm.
the people around us or some dumb shit that transpired or, certain situations might be over, well, not with, you know how dudes be, man, over females and everything like that. But let's get into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have any stories that you want to share about something that was just really stupid and could have transpired into something very tragic on your end?
Well, I mean, you have a lot of situations like that when you sit down and think about it. You know, growing up, those situations is like a dime a dozen. It comes so frequently. When you're an inner city kid and you go outside and you're playing outside, trouble is just so close. It wasn't hard to, if you go around the corner, you could just bump into somebody and, he asks you what block you from or things of that nature. And next thing you know, there's a fight that's going on. Um, Man, when I sit back and think about survival tactics, that's the topic we on. I think just when you from New York, you are kind of somewhat already like being taught survival tactics when you go outside. You're picking up on how to read people, read situations. I think it's kind of different in other states. I think people is like a little more slower in reading people like how we are in New York City or reading a situation. You know, but yes, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I got a little sidetracked. You had asked me about my own personal experiences,
Yeah.
and I could tell you that there was plenty of experiences in which things could have went left. Um, when we talk about, just in the sense of when you have your crew and another person have their crew, and for whatever stupid ass reason, you guys are beefing, whether it be, you know, a guy may have dissed a guy online, or it may have been came across a female, or it may have been related to money, or it may have just been just off the simple fact of jealousy, because that's a thing nowadays. People are really jealous of people.
What's the scariest thing? Well, not scary in that sense, but
No,
what's
no,
a
it's
close
scary
call
because it's
that you've been
scary
through? That
because
you've been through personally?
you're asking me about, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
like
so
like a
so
particular incident that you would put on record and say, "See, this is
no,
an
no.
example." Yeah.
I was gonna bring up when, we had the issues with the neighborhood kids, and they, at the time, I believe they were going by like fresh kids and whatnot at that time, and you know things things it was why well things. I'm sorry. First and foremost, things went left, but could have went even more left.
Right.
Um, and that right there was built off of jealousy. I feel like, right? Because when you ask me what is the reason for the beef that transpired, or you know, um, near death situations that came from that from that shit, it wasn't really worth it. Even down to the topic matter of when I went to a party. I went to a party and my friends left me, right? And they didn't leave me purposely. They thought I left with them. Um, I had got thrown in a pool. My phone broke. and when I got thrown in the pool, and I couldn't call nobody. And as I was leaving from the area that I was leaving from, which was a notorious bad area, I don't even know at that time I was even okay with going to a party at that area. Um, as I was leaving the venue, and I'm looking for a payphone, some shit was about to go down, and through the grace of God, if I wasn't Stifler, if I didn't have short films out around that time, the dude who came out to even have my back at that moment, shit really would have went left. I don't even know if I would have probably been here. I probably would have been here with a broken jaw right now, probably still, or some shit.
Wait,
Who knows?
you talking about the the pool event that I know
The
about?
pool event, yes, the pool event.
They try to like rob you for your watch, right? And you said someone ended up knowing you.
Yep. So it was one of the homies that I knew from the area. He knew me from high school, and also from the films that we were shooting. And like I said, if he didn't know me, who knows what would have been the outcome of that situation, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. So what Wolf is telling you guys is that you could be obviously. I mean, this is obvious stuff, but I mean, you could be one place at a certain time. You know, you just walk around the corner and your life could change just from walking around that corner.
Understandable. Yeah, facts.
Walking around that
Facts.
corner.
And you can have nothing but the good intentions of just being outside. You can have just, like I said, you could go. I remember one time growing up, I observed, like, you know what I'm saying, one of my childhood friends, he had a bike at the time, you know what I mean? He was riding a bike at the time, whatever the case is. And I saw him go to the area where we from, you know, the valley. I saw him go to the park, and he not come back with the bike.
Wait, for everyone on the West Coast, he's not talking about the San
Oh,
Fernando
oh, oh,
Valley.
oh, no, no,
He's
no, we're not
talking
talking
about
about. Yeah, we talking about the V in New York.
yeah, he's talking about Northeast Bronx. All right, go ahead,
You know,
Wolfpack.
yeah, and a place that's supposed to be so. You would think it's supposed to be. You go to the park, you have fun, you come back home, you chill, you
Bro, I
relax.
wasn't even allowed to go to that park till I was like 17 years old. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yo, I'm telling you, I watched the dude take his bike to that park, and when it was time to go home, he went home, but that bike didn't go home with him. So it was
Damn.
like, I'm just trying to say that the intentions was to just go relax himself. I'm sure his intention was to come back home with his gift, but unfortunately he couldn't. You know what I mean? And and it if you ask me about survival tactics, man, I really gotta say, man, you gotta know where the hell you're going. You gotta know what you're about to get into. You also gotta know how to read a person. And when I say read a person, you gotta know a person's levels. You gotta know a person's vibe. If you see a person seems timid, you be aggressive. If you see a person be aggressive, you might play timid a little bit. Not to say you play pussy, not saying that at all, but you play off of a nigga's emotion, because those type of things help you in those type of instances. You know what I mean? I I would be a liar if I was to tell you, you know, me not learning psychology didn't help me read motherfucking niggas' minds and know how to play off of niggas in those instances as
Man,
well. So
you know what's crazy? I remember in middle school, man. Shout out to my guy Natali. So it was me and Natali just walking home after school, bro. This was, I would say, that winter, 2003. Well, it was winter 2002, and it just turned 2003. And yeah, we older like that, yo. So anyone listening to this, yeah, we older like that. We ain't from none of these Generation Z motherfuckers. So if y'all want to call us old and have jokes, that's cool. That's cool because we're from the cool generation. Now, all right, but look, check this out. So we were walking, right?
yeah, facts.
And I remember we went to, on Eastchester Road, when you're getting out of Whiteyville, there's like that random corner store that's like a clean corner store
Facts.
near that Eastchester Park, that basketball
Yes,
park.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, we go in there, we come out, there's like 10 goons standing outside, and they got bandanas on their face and shit, and they're like, They're like, yo, man, yo, what's that shit you popping off for my cousin? I said, what? Said Devin. Like, Devin's my man. What you mean? I go to school with Devin. Devin's my man. They're like, yeah. Nah, yo, you sure? Because we heard that y'all niggas got into blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I think this is mistaken identity. So we like, nah, man, Devin, we know Devin. What are you talking about? So we walking, keep walking, right? These dudes following us. And they keep, I can't even remember, it was so long ago, but I just remember them standing on this corner and Natalie was just real upset. I was just like, yeah, let's just go home. Natalie's like, nah, yo, nah, fuck that. So we went to his house. Excuse me, I'm just burped. And his brother and his other mans was there, some older dude. And I remember when they came out, shout out to my man Matthew. When Matthew came out, he starts approaching these dudes. So it's Matthew and the older dude and me and Natalie in the back. I'm following them, but I'm about to make a U-turn because I'm like, why are we approaching these niggas? They clearly let us go. Why are we going back there? I ain't ended up making the U-turn though, but when we got close, I remember this nigga Matthew just put his hand in his jacket like he had that thing. And all you see is 10 dudes disperse like fucking ants, bro. Like these dudes just ran because he was acting like he had that thing on him and he didn't. And that right there is when I learned, damn, like you can roll the dice and if it goes in your favor, shit, that's the way out.
Yo, if it goes in your favor, it goes in your favor. But that boy is top 5 crazy. I give him his props because the fact that you could even do that and then one, you made 10 people scatter. That's fucking comedy. But right. Pump fake and not have it and then make 10 people, that is fucking hilarious. And I give the nigga the utmost balls for even stepping out and doing that because that right there shows, like I was trying to tell you, sometimes you have to rise to that occasion. Not saying, I'm sure if the shit would have went left at that moment and these niggas actually pulled out, he was going to either one, regret the move he made or two, say, I knew that this was a potential outcome of happening, so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's for that man to answer at that moment. But sometimes you really got to just say, fuck it. It is what it is. Am I going to go out in a blaze of glory? Or am I going to let, a situation triumph me, bro? And,
yeah.
That at that moment it is up to the person. I would say. Me, I look at it as this, man. The number one objective is to make it home at the end of the day.
That's how I was on it, yeah.
So in certain situations, you able to just easily walk your way back home. In certain situations, you may have to fight your way back home. But it all depends on the situation and what you are up against at that time.
Yeah, and then another tactic that people can consider. We just happen to have. All right, so you watch Game of Thrones?
Funny thing is, I'll be honest with you, big dog. I don't watch Game of Thrones, man. The winter is here and fall is coming and the lions and dragons and shit. I'm strictly a nigga. Like I realized this a long time ago. I like to shoot 'em up, bang bang. Drug dealing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that stuff never gets old. I admit that.
Yeah. But when it comes to like folk tales and flying dragons and things of that nature, I'd be like, whatever, man.
Not into it. The reason why I brought it up is because they had these giants, right? Mm-hmm. If you were lucky like that, you had the giants. Gotcha. You had a giant on your team, gotcha. And people knew not to fuck with you or a dragon. So being that I happened to live across the street from my man Bobo, who's just this extra large dude from birth. Like when everybody looked 5, my man looked 10. When everybody looked 10, he looked 15. When everyone looked 15, he looked 25. Right? So he was just like a walking good luck charm. Whenever you got to go to the pizza shop or it's somewhere around the area, you got Bobo with you. You already you already got like a discount on any beef right there. You get what I'm saying? Because that's like, if there was an 80% chance that some bullshit was gonna happen, now that deducted to maybe 40%, or maybe
Yo,
even 30, depending on if he had the leather jacket or not. You know?
yo, yo, I'm gonna be so honest with you. Just like you had Bobo, that was like Nino for me. To
Oh
be
yeah,
honest,
yeah,
and it's funny that you say that because like I'm this skinny nigga, but Nino's this big dude. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and like that's basically I'm not calling him my bodyguard, but like that's basically the enforcer, man. I'm not. I'll be lying to you if I was to say and tell you different. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like my big dude right here.
Yeah, yeah.
And the funny thing about that right there was like, in middle school, right? So before I became like this vigilante of some sort, right? Like, I was like timid. If I'm to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? I was a timid dude, especially when it came to the girls for some weird ass reason. I'll be honest with you. You know what I mean? It's like what Wale said. I have beautiful words, but girls never listen. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like that was me, right? And in a sense, the girls ended up taking this role of being bullies to me. I didn't understand this shit. Like, it never was a nigga bullying me. It was always females bullying me for some weird ass reason. Strange. I don't know what that means. You know what I'm saying? So, like, either way, um, one day we go to co-op and we go to the McDonald's that he just built, and we're gonna get some food and whatnot. You feel me? And my dude Nino, he was treating me to the meal. You know what I'm saying? Pause, whatever the case is. People around here listening, they go crazy and shit. So we go there, whatever the case is. Like I said, we in middle school, and then some high school girls come in there, whatever the case is. Nino orders some big ass meal. I can't even lie. I just know that it was like 3 bags worth of food. This nigga, because he's a big nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like, you know what I mean? He got 3 bags worth of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I remember the girls coming in there and they just starting with like me. I don't even know these bitches. I don't know them from a hole in the motherfucking
Well, they just
wall.
came in like trying to roast you or something.
Yeah, it was like they came in there. It was like, oh, who's these niggas? You feel what I'm saying to you? Especially this dark skinned nigga right here. This, that, and third. And they kept trying to touch me and shit. You feel me? Like, and I'm like, yo, back up, yo, like, fuck up off me. So my Nino comes, he's like, yo, get up off my man. Get the fuck out of here, you bird bitches. So the bitch is like, who are you? They start trying to say they shit. Nino defending him shit. He going back and forth with him. So as we walk through the hello, okay.
Yeah.
As we walk through the door and shit, the exit door to leave this fucking McDonald's and go home. We walk through there. The girls come running behind us and they pull on the paper bag that we had of food. You feel me? So all this food spills on the floor. You feel me? You feel me? All this food spills on the floor, bro. Right? And I'm like, why are they doing this? Because, like, I have no fucking clue. Nino does not give a fuck. Listen, he's a tourist. You fuck with his food. This nigga is going on. You feel me? And, like, yo, this nigga picked up the food and started flinging some at some of these bitches. He even pushed, like, a burger in a bitch's face. You feel me? You feel me? So the girls is trying to fake square up and fight and shit. And this one girl comes looking at me, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, shorty, you do not want to fight with me. I don't even hit girls. You know what I'm saying to you?
Right.
But, like, it's about to be crazy. A fucking 6th grader I don't even know what grade these bitches is in, but these bitches was clearly fucking with us. And my dude was in 6th or 7th grade at the time. And as I said, as Nino mushed the shit into the girl's face or whatever, the girl looking at me, she's like, swing at me. I'm like, bitch, what? I'm like, bitch, Man, fuck you, man, bitch. I ain't touching you. I ain't hitting you, bitch. You know that? Back of my mind, I'm like, I hit this bitch. She's gonna have all reason to either one, get more niggas, or two, tell the police that I hit her, and I don't even want to get involved in none of that type of shit, even though she has bothered me. You feel me? I was one of those kind of dumb niggas. I just didn't want to get in no police contact because I knew my parents wasn't playing that shit. You feel me? Even if I wasn't the good, I just knew I was gonna get in trouble.
Right.
So, the bitch like hit me. I'm like, yo, bitch, I ain't gonna hit you. But my boy Nino, like I said to you, the bitch stood there. She stared at me. She doesn't even see that Nino's behind her. Nino straight just hit that bitch one good time with the cup. It was like about a cup of Sprite. Launched at that bitch, had boosh. Bitch turned around and ran off. I'm like, yo. This is why I have you. This is why you here, my nigga. This is why you here, my nigga, because you do shit like this. You feel me? While I sit back and you do this type of shit. You feel me? So,
Yeah.
So that's a survival, yes, man. Make sure you have a big nigga. Make sure you have a big nigga, man.
Get cool with the big bone dude on in your neighborhood.
You feel me? And even though, like I said, that was females, there has been situations where, you know, even just he just always stood tall as a real nigga. And I like I said, man, survival tactics. Get you a big dude, man. I'm grateful for having a friend like that, for real.
Yeah. All right, now check this out. Being forced to go to a low quality party. I think everybody's been there, man. You didn't want to go there. You did not want to go there, but there's always the one mastermind in the fucking group that says, "No, man, come on, we gotta go, man. Come on, we gotta go." And they talk you into going to some low quality party. How do you deal with that?
You want to know what I'd say? Because I feel like at the end of the day, young niggas is always going to go to those kind of events, because when I was like their age, I definitely didn't want to go, but I was also okay with going, because like I really didn't assess the levels of danger like how I do now, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I know now, I knew back then backyard shindigs was going to get shot up. I was just like, man, fuck it, I'm outside. You know what I'm saying? There's a good chance it's not going to involve me. You know what I mean? But you hear of so many innocent people getting shot. You hear so much shit going on. You know what I'm saying? But I was okay with putting myself in an environment like that, which to me was probably the most dumbest motherfucking thing I could tell myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, what reason do I have to be there? What was my purpose other than just trying to like dance on a girl or just have a good time? But we having a good time in a dangerous space, and that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest with you, man. So when you say about these low quality parties, there was enough of them shits. You hear me? Enough of them shits that even ended in a brawl that may have involved me and my guys or niggas I was cool with. Because at the end of the day, it's like when you in low quality shit, the only kind of behavior you're going to behave in is in a low quality kind of way.
Right.
Am I making sense?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to adjust your behavior to the ugly dude ice grilling across the room.
If I'm in a room full of niggas, I'm gonna be a nigga. You know?
Yeah.
It's like the behavior is conducive to the environment. So
right.
When you talk about these low quality events, man, my God, I remember. I don't know if you remember the event that we was at one time, bro to bro. And I don't even remember how we even got there. Was it me? I don't even know. If it was me, I'll take it on the eye and say, yo, you are one. First, I gotta let you know. I think I always let you know, but I gotta let you know. You are probably one of the most coolest niggas I know, and I'm gonna tell you why. We go to a backyard shindig, and you got your own set of music. It's the first nigga I ever knew to put headphones in his ears while at a party and is playing his own music and sitting down vibing. You feel me? Like,
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I remember that, right? I was actually playing "I Really Mean It" by Cameron in the
you feel me?
headphones.
Yeah.
I
You
had the
feel me?
headphones on because it's some Jamaican party. No disrespect, but like they're playing all this extra Jamaican music. I don't really know what's going on. I'm what they would call a Yankee. Yeah, that's their favorite terms when they talking about guys like myself. I'm in the backyard, and I think I did follow you down there. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I put the
I
headphones
think,
on.
yeah. I'm gonna take the blame and say it was me. Unfortunately, I'm gonna take this blame. You know,
And
I feel like,
we walked down there too, because it was like
yeah,
right there, yeah.
yeah. And the crazy thing about that shindig was something popped off. I think a shot went off, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And we ran past, and I had to tell them, get up out the seat and run. Like, I don't even.
Bro, we got separated because I ran on the side of the house. I found a shortcut. So I found a shortcut. So I ran, and some sweaty drunk motherfucker, he saw me going on the side of the house, and he said, "Oh, let me go follow him." So this guy ran and tumbled over me, and we ended up falling in glass. Like there was like this.
Yeah, I'll be so honest with you, bro. If there's one thing that is the funniest shit, there was a party. Not to even get sidetracked from that party, but there was another party, like probably like over by like Edson and a Reed or whatever the hell it was, and shots rang out over at that party. And I remember I tried to jump a gate,
Yeah.
and the gate, because I tried to jump the gate, everybody tried to jump the same gate, and the gate collapsed. This is the first time. And I'm just stuck in between the gate and the floor. And
Oh
like,
damn.
everybody is running, and I'm thinking I'm good as dead, yo. If my brother didn't grab me and say, get the fuck up off the ground, I would have got stampeded. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yo, why I say that, man, is because like, yo, like that fall when you're trying to like get out of this scary ass predicament,
Full of adrenaline.
like, oh shit, fuck, I'm gonna get shot now. Fuck, I'm gonna get shot now. So it's always good to be able to look back at these events and laugh. But I tell you, man, if I really did, when I did my little self-evaluation, I said to myself, I said, Stifler, you one dumb motherfucker. What are you even doing in that event in the first place?
Yeah, man. It was always in me, right? From young, I did not like these low quality events, but I didn't muster up the courage to say something until I would say when I was about 20 years old. Because from the age of like 15 to 20, I felt like if I said, yo, man, let's not go in there, it's low quality, that you know how it is, man. You're
No,
labeled pussy
yeah,
and
and I was gonna say that that's another thing people need to know. Learn to stand up when you for yourself and when you're not for something. You
yeah.
feel me? A lot of people just go with the flow and end up losing their lives. Just going with the flow of things. You know what I'm saying? Not saying like I sit back, watch that movie, Boys in the Hood. You feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And when Cuban Gooding got out the car, you feel me? And he didn't ride for the dead homie. Some people say, yo, that nigga's a herb. He's a herb. He ain't a real one. He ain't go ride out and ride for his homie, which is true. However, the nigga who did, Ice Cube, he was dead 2-3 days later.
Yeah.
So who really gets to live and tell the story now? Who's really the herb? And I'm not going to say Ice Cube is a herb or nothing of that nature, but I'm saying to you, at the end of the day, the point of life is to live, right?
Right.
So
Right.
who really won in that situation is where I'm at with that.
Yeah, man. It takes like a real different mentality to say, man, I don't care. I'd have stayed and whatever happens. I understand that's like the popular opinion, but I don't believe it though. I don't believe it. I think, you want to know my theory? My theory is this, right? Out of 10 people, I say maybe 3 of them will admit Like I'm talking about men, right? Because women they don't really have to deal with this shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Out
yeah,
of
yeah.
10 men, 3 will admit, I'm not trying to do some dumb shit. I want to live. I'm not going to go to that low quality event. I want to live. Then out of those 7 that's left, out of those 7, they'll all act tough, but out of those 7, maybe only 1 is really ready to die. The rest of them are almost ready to die until that shit goes down. You ever see them like, yo, I mean, not to get graphic, but you ever seen someone fighting for their life?
Yo, bro.
You
Yo,
get what I'm
bro, those.
saying? What I'm thinking is, in those last few moments, they're scared, and they'll, if they could, they'll do anything to undo it.
Yep.
You
Yep.
get what I'm
Because
saying?
and no, I think you 125% correct because you know when you like so like on the basketball court, you feel me? When homie lost, he didn't lose his life on like no shooting or anything like that, but like
Wait, who you talking
I
about?
think I don't even know this dude's name, yo. I know his name, but I forgot his name. God damn, Jesus, he played basketball in the park.
Oh, you're talking
Um,
about something that happened in your area.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
got it, got it.
But I'm trying to. It happened. It happened over like you know how the Valley be doing the summer park bullshit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or whatever. Either way, homeboy. I don't know if he had an asthma attack or a heart attack or what. It happened right then and there, and he collapsed on the court. You feel what I'm saying? And you could see him wheezing, and it's real fucking like crazy. Watch like at that moment, I didn't know he died. Like you could tell something like shit is going wrong, right? You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but to know at the end of the day that you just watched a soul leave a man's body, or you just, you know what I'm saying, you just saw the last gasp of breath on a person, it makes you really be like, yo, I know while they're going through what they were going through at that moment, they're like the thought of, oh no, this is it. It hits them. You get you like, I agree 125%. Like, oh no, this is it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is how it's going to happen. Like I remember one time, I don't know what it was, but like I think I had like a chicken bone stuck in my throat. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I couldn't. You feel me? Like, I'm like, oh my god, man! Like, I really can't breathe. Like, I'm really trying my hardest to push some air out, and like nothing is happening. And like for a second, you're thinking like this might just be how it happens. I might go.
Yeah, I remember I was eating a Dorito and it went down, pause. Well, I guess I
Yeah,
don't
you got
gotta
me say
pause that,
definitely
right?
say pause. You got to
Right,
definitely
yeah,
say
yeah.
pause.
That's
Yeah,
we're
you got
New,
it.
we're New York trained.
That's a Fendi fact. That's a Fendi fact.
But nah, so it went down the wrong hole. I guess I didn't say Doritos in the last sentence, so I'm gonna repause that. All right. So I'm there. I know what you mean. Like the fear was in my eye, bro.
Yeah, yeah, because you're really like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? And when you finally get to clear that throat, pause, and you're like, you're like, yo, wow, son, holy shit, yo,
Yeah,
like I could have been gone. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like you know what I mean? So like when you speak on that, and definitely like you said, I agree, 110%. It's probably only one person. Oh gosh,
yeah. There we go.
I'm so sorry. It messed up.
No, no. We're still rolling. Yeah, we're good.
Okay. All right. There's only probably one guy out of that bunch that's ready to die.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah, yeah. So remember that equation, guys. 10 people, 3 would be like, this is just my theory. 3 would say, nah, fuck that. Out of those 7 who pretend to be tough, 1 of them is actually ready. The rest of
And you
them,
wanna,
yeah,
and I'm sorry, so sorry to cut you. And you want to know that's what probably make people like me the most is that in situations where you really are really going to have to be real with yourself, and where you really going to have to be real with yourself, and try and say, yo, this is what I am capable of doing. I've always been true to myself. Never faked the funk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was Stifler. Are you sure that you one of those people that will go and shoot up a block and all that extra stuff? 9 times out of 10, hell no. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're not doing yourself a favor by putting that facade out there, because all you're gonna do is some shit goes down and some shit really get jammed up. You get what I'm saying? You're not trained for none of that shit that's going on out there. You're not ready for none of those interrogations. You're not ready for none of them gunshots flying past your head. You know what I'm saying? So if you know deep down inside that you're, at the end of the day, you rather live in some peaceful environment, peaceful life, and live and smile every day, 9 times out of 10, drop the gangster persona. That's another survival tactic. If you're not ready to fucking goddamn die or go to jail, drop it, man. Fuck
True.
it.
True. Straight up, man. Because it's really not worth it at the end of the day. Um, Another thing that I always consider is you just take someone out that environment for a week or two, you'll see that they'll appreciate life, right? You ever been somewhere that's just so beautiful, right? And it's just the air's so good. Maybe you're in St. Thomas or whatever, right? For me, it might be just like an evening in Malibu or something like that.
Okay.
And you're just feeling your best. You're looking good, smelling good. You just ate some good food. You're appreciating the subtle things in life, like maybe the ocean breeze, right? And you're thinking like, damn, you're right now. Life is good. Fuck the bullshit. The sad part is there are too many people who never experience that feeling, so that's all they know.
And this is
Until
why
they
I say,
don't.
man,
Yeah.
a lot of dudes need to get them a girl that's willing to expand them, man, for real. Get you a girl that takes your mind out of your environment, man,
Yeah.
for real. Like, if there's one thing I always say, like, I'll give women this, man. They could be a piece to a nigga's rock if they want to be. You feel me?
Yeah.
And if you find the right one that actually is into goddamn actually buying tickets to go on flights versus tickets to go into a club, you feel me?
Right.
You have something. I'm not knocking nobody that goes to the club either. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying to you that I feel like a lot of men need to open up their horizons. We have been in the club so many times already. You feel
Right.
me? Going to a different location and seeing how their society is set up, and seeing that there's so much more to life than just this nigga shit that we are so accustomed to.
Right.
Then we can start to say, yo, you know what? Fuck this shit, man. I appreciate living. I appreciate life. I've never come across a motherfucking nigga yet that told me, yo, man, I appreciate living. And that's sad.
Yeah.
Because we be so, and I'm keeping on the eye. I ain't here to knock nobody. I'd rather knock myself down first before I knock another person. I know me, I'd rather complain about some shit rather than just saying, you know what, I'm appreciative of the fact that I'm fucking alive and I experienced a lot of shit that I experienced.
Yeah, man. And that's the thing too, because when I went to Florida for college, um, it was my first time just getting away from the Bronx, right? And well, not like I haven't been out the Bronx. You know, been to
Right.
family vacations, been to Mexico, Puerto Rico, all that good stuff. But when I went down to Florida, it was my first time that this is my apartment. I'm going home. I'm looking out the window. I see palm trees and fresh air, right? You know, I could go to the store without any bullshit. Go to the store and walk back. You don't got to worry about anything. And it opened up my eyes to something else. But the thing is, when college was done, I had a choice. I could have took the risk and went to LA like most of the guys did in my class, or went back to New York because, I didn't have the money to get up and go to LA, but neither did they. They came out, they thugged it out. They did what they had to do. They were working like PA gigs, if you're not familiar with that. That's like when you're just helping out on a movie set. You're just like the arms that they might send you, you know how it is, man. Send you to the store or something, or ask you to deliver this box over here, or set up some paperwork. So long story short, I went back to New York because, my parents had that basement ready for me. I get to New York. it wasn't. I would say I give it maybe 2 weeks before my life was in danger again, running from some goons with your running from some goons with your mans from down the block, man. You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks, we went to some low quality party, bro,
Yeah,
and
I remember the story you guys told me, man. Yo, man. Out in the view, you feel me?
oh
And
my god, bro.
yo,
And the
your
sad part
story.
is, I got accustomed to being in New York, and not that we were getting in trouble. You know, obviously, I was still doing my music videos, and I was positive for the most part. But you just live around some bullshit. So, long story short, I lost hope to where I just accepted that as my reality. I forgot about Florida. I said, "This is what it is," and then eventually, I was like, "Nah, man, I gotta get up out of there. I gotta do something else, right?" And but like, long story short, is like a lot of people are just like they're real close to hope, but they just never get there. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's exactly facts.
Or like even when we're doing the short films, right? Like I remember back in the day, people would come to the block from all different places and just be a part of something. Like even if they got like a short scene in the film, that might be enough to show this person like, look, damn, I really like that. Let me pick up and do some creative stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And if there's one thing I could say is that, you know, with me, I just rather be an inspiration to anybody, in which is like definitely do what you want to do, but also know that like whoever you are, whatever the fuck it is that you do, you can make it cool. If it's not the cool thing to do, whatever. You just being who you are, you determine if that's cool, and you could be cool. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You just got to have that confidence and that swag and demeanor about you. Like I said, man, you know, you got people from all walks of life, especially out here in New York. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, reading a person has definitely helped me survive in this jungle. Um, but also too, what also has helped me is just me being able to be authentically who the hell I am. You know, um, I went to a shindig one time, right? And one of the local I guess neighborhood trappers, not from our area, but from like the much bigger borough of Bronx. Um, and you know they know me through the films and whatnot. You feel me? He saw me, and I was in the spot by myself or whatever the case was. And you know, he saw me, and he's like, "Yo, you in here?" And I'm like, "Yeah." You know, like give him a dap and shit. He's like, "Yo, man, you by yourself?" I'm like, "Yeah." You feel me? I'm not chuckling. I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, he gave me a dap. He's like, "Yo, you a real nigga?" And I'm like, "What you mean?" He's like, "Yo, I wouldn't even come out here dolo." And I'm like, "Yo, man, let me tell you something. Which gangster really gonna have beef with a comedian?"
Mm. Mm. Yeah, that's facts. You know, that's one thing is you got a particular talent that you're known for. You get a lot of passes.
Exactly. You feel me? So, yes, I am a hood dude. You know, come from the hood. The pause that we're from,
He said,
but
"Pause on."
yeah, because I'm
That's some
saying,
Jamaican shit right
yeah,
there.
the Jamaican
Hood.
area niggas around that area now they gonna go crazy like no hood to Batega, whatever, right? So, um, right, yeah. I'm not calling myself a street nigga because I don't do the street nigga shit, but I'm from the hood. So, pause once again. Yeah, me, me being outside and me just being the person I told you I am doesn't exclude me from certain bullshit. But what excludes me from the bullshit is the fact that I make the killers and the trappers laugh. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, and then on top of that, my vibes naturally is just one in which I'm always a good time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on that. that when you see me, oh my God, this nigga's here. When you see me, like, oh shit, this nigga's here. Yo, what's up? You know, so it's one of those things. So it's like,
Yeah, except for one time, right?
oh,
I'm not gonna name names, but you remember I got that phone call from that crazy man.
well, but you want to know the funniest thing about that guy.
Yeah,
That guy loves me,
yeah,
loves
facts.
me.
I remember
Yeah,
it, yeah, yeah,
and the only reason why I it's because like now, you know what I mean, we fake be like talking on Clubhouse, and you know,
oh,
like,
you still kick it with him?
yeah, I say hello and shit like that because, you know, and definitely, you know,
Wait, we talking about the same person?
yes, we are. We are
Okay.
extremely talking about the same person. And, you know, the thing about it is, it was always nothing but love. The
Yeah,
reason why the reason why you got the phone call was just related to females. You get what I'm
yep,
saying? You which
yep,
at that age, it's survival tactic number like 12.
yep.
Don't Tupac once said, every time a chick gets horny, a nigga dies. You feel me? And I say that to my fellow guys on, don't ever let no female ever create a drift between you and somebody that, one, you don't really know, and two, at the end of the day, let's say if she's not your sister or your girlfriend, you feel me? You can't take her words for anything. Is what I'm trying to. You can't live and die by the words of a girl, especially if you don't know the other person. Because at the end of the day, a lot of drama that I've seen unfold in people's lives came off of women that the guys is no longer even involved with.
Yeah,
Neither party. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, bro.
Um.
That's why in the summertime I tell people to keep a certain tactic in terms of if you're gonna be anywhere where people are gathering, it's usually by a large body of water, right? Or some type of place with a view or something like that, right? And matter of fact, look at one of them Vegas parties, right? When they be lamped up in there, 2,000 deep in one tiny swimming pool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
somebody's gonna
Mm-hmm.
get into some shit that night.
Yeah, you're gonna get into some shit, man.
Wherever there's gonna be a bunch of girls, man, you gotta just start meeting girls at the library.
Yeah, for real nigga shit, yo. And the sad thing, like I be trying to always state, is that like ain't nobody trying to like, 'cause I know women like, oh my God, there you go with the woman bash and shit. It's not even that. It's just more so talking to men who doesn't necessarily understand their emotions at this point in time in their life.
Yeah,
Especially when you're a young nigga, you don't even understand that your emotions. You don't understand that you're doing certain things out of anger, out of nonsense. And why I say that is because when you really sit down and think about it, a lot of guys may have stabbed, shot a nigga over a girl, right? And the funny thing about it is they're probably doing time right now, whatever the case may be. And then the girl is still either talking to the guy or still talking to somebody else, and they don't even have this. They don't even have that girl no more. So it's like, what I'm stating is,
the
you
consequences aren't worth it.
yeah, it never is. It never is. It never is. Especially, like I said, when it's involving another person who, at the end of the day, you just don't know what they're really on. Yes, I stated, and I always have to keep it to myself. I remember, like there was an issue with me and this dude. Um, and the crazy thing about it was, I felt like homie may have had more energy than I did for the situation, and I was actually the one that was going out with the girl. You get what I'm saying to you? And to even be so honest with you, it made me feel like in my head, like, yo, Stifler, just always remind yourself why you are in. If you do get into a situation or a beef or a confrontation, make sure it's because someone has touched you versus you going out there looking like you fighting over a girl, you fighting for a girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I want all men to understand this. If a nigga could talk to her and get her, then she just wasn't yours. That's just the utmost honest truth about the situation.
I say
I
limit
know.
all access. Don't have your
Yes.
girl in any of these events where some dude can even try that bullshit.
You feel me?
Straight
You
up and
feel me?
down. You gotta be, yeah, you know, oh my God, you're so controlling. Yeah, I
Yeah,
take control.
real shit, real shit. Either know how, you know what I'm saying, how your girl plays and you don't have her in that situation, or you know at the end of the day, you really do feel like you have your trustworthy one. Go ahead. But all I'm stating is, if you are a man, you shouldn't get mad at the next man for being a man. You should get mad at the woman and leave that situation alone. But
Yeah,
unfortunately, I understand some dudes want to take it out on other dudes, and I think that's stupid. You know what I'm saying? You know, so, I think the word now is keep it P, keep it we're pushing P or whatever the fuck they saying.
I don't
You
keep
feel
up with
me?
that shit.
So pushing P to me would be, yo, if you really claim you are this big dog or whatever the case is, you leave that situation alone, bro, and you move on and you just show that you would get you another one and another one and another one and
Yeah,
another one if that's what the situation calls for.
yeah, man. So we went over a couple of things. Stay away from low quality dudes in general. Stay away from low quality parties. Stay away from females that get too much attention and entertain that attention that they get, because that'll get you killed. We went over once you
Fucking
leave,
be your actual self, man. Drop that gangster shit, man. That shit is pointless.
yeah, be yourself.
Especially over the internet, man. Internet gangbanging is dumb, man. Like stop that
Yeah,
shit.
you know,
All this
leave your
leaving.
environment, all of that.
Yeah, for real. And goddamn, please explore the world, man. Go to Brazil. Go to Rome. Go to fucking Egypt, man. See different civilizations, yo. Open up your minds. Realize that there's more to life than just this nigga shit. Like I keep saying, man. Man,
Straight
I'm
up.
not. I'm not here trying to preach to nobody. I'm just saying, when you experience different, you move a little different, man. Go get you some girls that actually from a different country, man. You see how the girls from a different country actually like some black men. You don't got to deal with all this extra shit if you feel like you're not getting love from your community. That's all I'm
Straight
saying.
up. Straight up and down.